So I didn't mention this yesterday, but I wish I did. So I'm going to mention it today. This type of science, this type of geology, like determining the sequence of layers and when each layer happened relative to one another, I find it so fun to do. It's like this puzzle. It's very visual, and it can be very challenging, but so satisfying when you get it right. So yes, I'm going to spend a few days on this topic just because I personally enjoy it so much. But I also hope that you all will develop the same passion I have towards this. By the way, super important because so much of what we know about the past is due to studying these layers of rock, right? Knowing about which animals existed during certain time periods and which events happened when. So much of this information is found through the study of these rock layers. Without further ado, I'm going to get started with this first example, example A. So due to law of superposition, we know that E has to be the oldest, followed by C, followed by B. Now the question is, where does this D come into play? Well, you have to ask yourself a very important question. D cuts through which layers, right? Which layers does D cut through? Well, D cuts through layers E, cuts through layers C, and B. D, however, does not touch layer A. So after B formed, then D happened, and then A is the youngest layer. This example, so many of us struggled with this yesterday, which is fine because this is very new. P is the oldest, followed by K, followed by M, followed by S, followed by X. Now I'm going to stop there because X is the last layer that R intrudes into. So R has to come after X because it intrudes into that layer. R, however, does not touch the erosion of A, right? It doesn't touch this line here. It also doesn't touch B, J, or F. So those would follow, right? F. I'm going to do one more example for those of you that want some extra support on one of today's questions. This question is directly from your lesson today. Notice, even though these are slanted layers, the law of superposition still applies. So Q is clearly the oldest layer, followed by O, right? So Q is down here, O is over here, followed by N, right? Followed by M, which is over here, followed by L, right? Now we can see this intrusion of P travels through all of the layers that I just mentioned, right? So it goes all the way up until L. So P comes right after L. Following P, following this intrusion right here, we've got all the layers now that rest above it. So we've got H, be nice if this would work. There we go. We've got I, J, and K. Hopefully now this is starting to make more sense with the intrusions and the faults, right? Ask yourself, what is the intrusion cutting through? That's what it is younger than. It's younger than whatever it's cutting through. If it's not touching a layer, it's not younger than that layer. Or it's not younger than that layer, exactly.